Alright guys, today we're here to do a really interesting video. We're here with Mario Kart Live. You can see I got the Luigi's edition. I also did get the Mario edition that I have upstairs, so me and my wife can go against each other and stuff because there is multiplayer in this game. And but today we're going to take a look at what this product actually is and what it does. And I can tell you, this is some really cool stuff that Nintendo is releasing here. Probably the coolest product that they've released, in my opinion, in a long time. As far as like things out there like their Labo kits and stuff. This is really, really cool. Basically what this is you use a cart, like a RC cart that you drive around and stuff, but you use your Switch. So you use your Switch and you control this RC cart with your Switch, and you're playing Mario Kart. But the levels in Mario Kart are not actually built by the game, but your imagination of using these different cardboard pieces that come with it and stuff. As you guys can see, here in the back, you can create your own stuff, and it comes with these little cardboard pieces for all the different levels of the track, which we'll show off here in a minute. But you build your own races. So basically you have an infinite amount of races and an infinite amount of creativity that you can use. You can build tunnels, you can build pathways and stuff. You can do all sorts of things, and you use it using your house. So you use your living room floor and stuff like that. You build your tracks from the living room to the kitchen, whatever the case may be. Let your imagination run wild. And then you use the Switch and your RC cart to play those tracks. And when you play those tracks, it's not just the tracks that you're racing around. That'd be pretty boring if you just built the track and you're just racing around it normally. But it adds the Mario Kart feel on top of it. You can use weapons in the game. You can use the red shell. You can drop bananas in your actual environment, in the actual digitalized version of the game. And you can see them in your house as you're driving around. All the different weapons or all the different items that you expect in Mario Kart are there. And even the course changes, and you can see different things in the courses, like Goombas will show up in the middle of your floor. All these different cool things that we're going to get into, and I have to show you guys this because this is some really cool stuff. So let's get into this video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright, so here are the two carts that the games come with. If you got the Mario Kart edition, that is what the Mario version looks like, and this is the Luigi edition of what that looks like. And these are the cardboard pieces that it comes with. So you can see it comes with 4 of these pieces. I got them all over the track. You see 2 over there, 3 over there, and that one is 4. And it also comes with these signs that you can put. It comes with 2 each. And you can see the signs that go around the course. And let me just take you through a walkthrough before we start the gameplay on how I built my course. So the 2 cars start back here. And you can see I have water bottles on that. And that's because Nintendo recommends that you actually, so when people slam into this, it doesn't move on them, because that will mess up the game. So it tells you to put something on top of it so it doesn't move. So you can see here, I built this course, and the cars are going to start. They got to go through here. I put a bunch of different random Mario objects and stuff I had around the house. And they come through here. Then you go through 2. Come through here. Then you go through 3. And then you kind of go around my couch there. Through here, through this tight corner, come through here, go through gate 4, come back through here, and end up right back at the starting finish line. So I'm going to take you guys through some gameplay and show you guys some gameplay through the Switch and how this actually works. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, as you can see here, we started the game up, and you can see that you can actually, every time you win races and stuff, you actually unlock, cars like you do in Mario Kart. You can see I have unlocked a couple here. You even unlock outfits. You can unlock different horns that sound different when you're playing the game. So we're going to go ahead and start this. We're going to pick this right here. And as you can see here, you can't do multiplayer, but for today we're only going to do single player. But you can do up to 4 people in multiplayer if everyone has a cart and everybody has a Nintendo Switch. So we're just going to do single player. And you can see I'm at the starting line of my actual house course that I built. And you can see that I have to move back a little bit into the zone so you can actually set a race. And then when you move into that designated area, because it needs to see the 1 clearly for the race start, you can press X to set up a race. And then you could do a few things here. So you could do Grand Prix, which everyone's used to. You can actually do time trials. So even if you only have 1 cart in the house and you can't do multiplayer, at least you could do time trials where you can kind of rotate the Switch around and see who can do like the lap, the fastest without crashing or anything like that. So that's cool. And then you could do custom races. As you beat the Grand Prix, you unlock different pieces of the course that you can then make your own custom races with. For today, we're just going to show off the Grand Prix mode, and we're going to do the 100cc. There is 150 that you can unlock and 200cc. that you can do, and your cart does go specifically faster when you're in those modes. And you can see all the different courses that are in here. There's 24 different courses, and they all add a different layer on top of the course that you built in, and you're going to see that now. And the one we're going to show off here, which has been my favorite so far, is World 1-1 Mario. So that is what we're going to do, and then I have to create a course, so let me go ahead and do that now. The way you create a course is basically what it wants you to do. When you first booted up the game, once your course is set up, you need to actually drive through the course. You can see he starts putting the paint on your wheels. And now you have to drive through the course just so they know what the course is like. So I'm going to drive through. This is me driving through my course. You have to drive through each checkpoint in any fashion you want. That way it's designed in the course. So that way when the AI is in the game, it will actually know where to go. And then you just go back to the finish line. And now I have built and created the course. And that's what my course design looks like there. So we can hit done on that. And now in order to set up, I just have to go to the finish line into the circle. And you can see it already added clouds to the top of my screen, overlaying my environment. And you can see right in the beginning there, it has the castle with the Mario Kart. So that's obviously AR doing its magic, because as you guys know, that said 1 before. It's just a regular 1 with a piece of cardboard, but it's now layering different objects into your environment as you race. And you're going to see that as we go through. Here come the AI opponents that you're racing against. And now it feels just like a Mario Kart game. And you're going to see as we race here, you can pick up coins on your level. And look, now the level 2-1 is letting items go by. You can see the coins that are all over your course. There's a Goomba coming around my living room. Hopefully we can pick up an item here in a second, so I can show you that you can actually hit your AI opponents with an item block, pick up another coin. I'm going to stop here on purpose so I can get one of these. There we go. And see, I just hit him in the front. So it took him out, and I just went right around him. And I can use that golden mushroom to go faster, and that really does make your cart go faster in the real world. So you can actually go past your opponents. And I just hit that Goomba. And this chomp thing lets you actually chomp like opponents out of the way. Like I just did there. I just took him out. God damn it, I had another Goomba. But you can see how cool this is. Every single level does something different. So here, it's all about like the retro feel. You got like these pipes on the starting and finish lines. You got these Goombas that are coming after you and stuff. You got these coins that look like retro coins. You got the banana peels that people can drop. All these different things that are being layered. And every course out of those 24 is different. They all do something different, and they all add a different layer onto the tracks. So some of them will be snow levels, some of them will be wind levels. Things like that will affect your actual cart and add just different cool things. And I just crashed right into my side of my couch. And I just hit the finish line. And I got second place, so not that bad. And but that gives you guys a look into the gameplay. I don't want to ruin all the other courses for you, but every course like this does something different. So as you're playing through them, you can use the exact same. You don't need to remap the course that you just did every time you play a new level. It just takes your existing course. You go to the next course, and like I said, everything does something different. The snow level, the rainbow road that's in here will make everything rainbowified, like you're playing through the course and stuff. So there's a lot of variety in the enemies and all the things that come up in the courses, even though you're using just your home, and even if you play the same course over and over again that you designed. There's a lot of variety in the game. So I'm going to continue playing this and play through more courses, and then we're going to get to the table, and we're going to talk about my final thoughts. Alright guys, so as you guys saw in that gameplay, Mario Kart Live is pretty fantastic. When you're using Mario Kart Live and you're using your own house, you would think that it wouldn't work well, and it worked extremely well. We had two carts, we had the Mario and Luigi, me and my wife played each other and stuff, and not once throughout the game did the game like glitch out the camera and you couldn't see the track or anything like that. It just worked flawlessly with no issues at all. And the connection of the actual cart can go about 2 rooms depending on how large the rooms are. Like I did it in my kitchen and the living room, and it worked perfectly fine. Your mileage may vary depending on the size of your rooms and stuff, but it's still fantastic, and it has a pretty good range, and the carts actually really go fast. When you do the 50cc to the 100cc to the 150 to the 200, all those increase your actual speed of the cart. 200cc in a small space is just insanity. It's almost unplayable because of how fast those carts are actually moving around your actual environment, but really cool. But what really sets this game apart, cool, you can make your own racetracks in the house. That's really cool. And you can race these around. But if all you could do was take this RC car and build an AR environment, and that's all it did, and you race around there, it wouldn't be as cool. But the fact that this thing works as an actual proper Mario Kart game, basically, is insane. You build the tracks yourself, you do all these sorts of things, then you start racing in your track with either you against the computer opponents or against somebody else. And you can play with up to 4 people in multiplayer if you have 4 of these cars. I hope that they release 2 more, because I don't really want to buy 2 more of Luigi and Mario. I want them to release Peach or whoever they want to release, so I can have 4 different ones. But you can play 4-player multiplayer, and you're all in there and you're battling each other out. And you can use real weapons in this game that are in Mario Kart. If you use the red shell and you hit your person that you're playing with in multiplayer, their car actually stops while you're racing. And they actually stop for a second as you zoom by them. When you drop a banana peel and you see it in the world and they run over it, all that stuff all works. And it's really, really fantastic how it all works. And the fact that there's 24 different tracks and they all feel different from each other. The one that I showed you being like the Mario level where Goombas are on the track and stuff, and the castle is like all like the retro feel. And then there's one that are snow levels. There's wind levels that like actually move your cart and sway it because there's wind in the level. All these different things that happen in here. And there's like lava dropping on your freaking floor while you're playing the game because of all the AR things going on. It's just fantastic how well developed this is. And I didn't think it would work anywhere near as well when I heard about this. And the variety in the 24 tracks and stuff is awesome. The only caveats to this that are obviously apparent to people who are already watching this are basically 2 things. One, when you're playing with yourself and you're not playing against other people, it's definitely better when you play with other people, which means you're going to need 2 switches and 2 of these boxes, which is unfortunate, but that's obviously how it's got to be. But when you're playing with the AI, they don't take into account any hazards that you do in the track you make. So they're just going to race your track and the way that you built it. But if you added like a really tight turn, and it's hard for you to get through when you make a turn, the AI is obviously not going to know how tight that turn is. So they're just going to go through it like normal. And you're going to possibly have the issue. So you're going to have some disadvantages compared to the AI because they can't take real world objects into account that you put. All they're doing is racing the track level that you actually made. But you can obviously hit them with weapons and stuff, or items and stuff, to slow them down. All that Mario Kart stuff is there. You can even drift around corners like Mario Kart, which is really cool. But yeah, obviously the AI is not going to take into account exactly what you do in the thing. So that's one caveat. So obviously with multiplayer people, they're going to have the same issues you have with making that tight turn. So it's going to add more of the competitive nature into it. And the second thing is that obviously this is going to be something that you're going to have to build your own levels. So obviously if you want to create a new level, you're going to have to go through and rearrange the whole entire level again. And it's going to be basically based on the levels that you create, your creative imagination. Now, I'm really excited to look at some YouTube videos and see how creative people get so I can get inspired from them and make better levels than I have. Because mine was pretty basic. I just added like a bunch of different cool things as you run through it. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty basic layout. Some people online have already made actual shortcuts that you can take if you're good enough to cut something off and make a shortcut, added tunnels by using cardboard boxes. People go crazy. And I can't wait to see people make more and more levels based on their creative, so I can incorporate that into some of my levels. But guys, I think this is going to be a hit this holiday season for kids, for families, for anybody. This is going to be fantastic. When people come over and they play with this on the Switch in my house when I show them off when we're finally out to have people over, I think they're going to be really impressed with the tech, and it's going to add some fun into this house when using this thing. It's just another thing to add to this house that I like to add. I like when I have different things in this house to show people that they haven't tried in other places. Like VR, like some of the other equipment that I have in here. I like having different things that people can't actually experience outside their home. That's kind of unique to us because most people don't have this all in their house. And this is one of those things that's fantastic to show to people. And it's not that hard to set up. Sure, it's going to take you a few minutes to set up a course, but once you have that going and set up, you can play that same course again, and they're all going to feel different. Even though you're using the same exact course, it's going to feel different because of all the different things they add on top of your course by playing the different courses that are in the game, up to 24 courses that are in this game. So I think Nintendo pretty much nailed this out of the park, and I think it's the best thing, coolest thing they've made out there. Definitely better than the Labo kits that I've used. I think this is much more interesting, much easier to use, and a lot of fun to make, and really gets people's creative juices flowing. So if you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video with Mario Kart Live, leave those questions down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie. gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.